Hello everybody and welcome to the first in this Vatsim guide series, well a beginner's guide to Vatsim. So as you well know, there's probably some people out there who are wanting to join Vatsim but are thinking to themselves, just like I did, oh just dropped the pen, that it's like, oh, I have to be a comms god and all that good stuff, but you don't. There's plenty of people who've been on Vatsim for years and they still make mistakes. So the first tip I'll give you is get any piece of paper, pen and paper, even if it's scrap paper, notepad, any, or even a post-it note, or even an iPad. Just write in the notepad, write on the notepad on the iPad or Samsung Galaxy Tab, or even on your phone. Even do it on your phone as well if you can, because it'll help you out way down the line when you're having to write score codes down, taxi routes down, SID stores, which I'll get into in further detail in further videos. So, what I'm going to do in today's video is go over getting IFR clearance and also the push and start clearance. So, once you've loaded up vPilot, after you've downloaded it of course, and obviously you're up on the network, if you don't want to dive straight in, you can actually connect as an observer. Now, I would advise to connect as an observer at like a busy airport, but not too busy so you're not overwhelmed. Just so you can get a glimpse of all the terms and phrases and just listen in and study what pilots in ATC are saying to each other. Then once you've done that for a few days, weeks, whenever you feel comfortable and you're ready to jump on Vatsim for real, my best advice, which I've been told before, is to start small, then at a small airport, then work your way up. So like I'm at Newcastle. I started in Newcastle and did a quick. My first flight Vatsim was Newcastle to Manchester, and it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too busy, and it wasn't too overwhelming that I wasn't able to complete it. I was nervous, but obviously that comes with the territory. So, without any further ado, I'll go into what you need to say and what you're expecting ATC to say. So, I'm in the plane. It's all started up. I have got it partially set up. I haven't got it set up how I would do if I was doing a Vatsim flight. Obviously, I'd be doing all the checks and all that good stuff. Make sure the plane's ready. Or I've had my co-pilot Wolfie, who was in the last stream. If we were doing shared controls, he'd be setting up the plane. I'd be doing the comms. So, first things first is what you need to do is you'd need to tune into the frequency, which you can do on the radio select, the frequency selector panel, which is down here on the A320 node. A320 node. Different planes have different whereabouts. They're normally round about the same way, just beneath the flight management control system. So let's just say, for instance sake, we'll go to 119.800. Let's just say that's Newcastle ground. Say ground's on at Newcastle, that's the tune, frequency for ground. You hit that little arrow and it'll swap over, and then you should be able to hear all ATC stuff. So, we've tuned in ATC, we're now going to get ready to request IFR clearance. So, just, if it helps you, get that notepad and pen out and just write down what you're going to say. And it should be along the lines of, hello Newcastle ground, this is Skyways 5633, Airbus A320neo, QNH 1010, requesting IFR clearance to Manchester. It's important to note, it's not a great deal to mention the aircraft and the QNH. Sometimes the ATC might not bother with that. They'll just end up filling those parts in for you. So once you've sent the clearance off, you should get something back from the ATC along the lines of, good afternoon, Skyways 5633, IFR clearance to Manchester, cleared to IFR Manchester Airport. Claim via, then they'll probably say the SID, which is obviously the departure, the part of the flight which is the departure section. I'll go into those in more depth in another video. and they'll say squawk 0605. So if it's 0605 or any other squawk code, you would go down to just below the throttle and you should see this. So the squawk panel here. So what you do is you clear it out, and I think it was 6405. I think it was 6405. Either way, just put in the squawk code what you've been told there by ATC. If there's no ATC, just leave the squawk as it is, and obviously when you encounter ATC or during the flight, they'll give you an allocated squawk code. So you put in the squawk code, you're all set, ready to go, and now it comes for the pushback. Now I use a little tool which add-on for Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is the toolbar pushback. Brilliant little application. You can pre-plan your pushback, or if you don't feel like doing it, you can just manually do your pushback, and you can adjust the tug speed and the direction left or right and forward and reverse, and you can turn your parking brake on and off for this one. I'll post the link to this in the description, so if you want to get downloaded, trust me, it's brilliant. It's a hell of a lot better than the default pushback. If you're ever going to use it, it's a massive godsend, especially on Vatsim, because some controllers will tell you to face a certain way, stuff like that, and it's really good and really useful to help you with that. You can't do it with a normal default pushback. So once you're ready for pushback, you will call up ATC and you will say something along the lines of Newcastle ground, the Skyways 5633 requesting permission to push and start. Leave a couple of minutes, and then ATC, or a couple of seconds, ATC then come up saying Skyways 5633 push and start approved. Facing, they could have you facing east, west, north or south, but for this instance we're going to be facing our east. So I will go on the toolbar pushback, just use the mouse wheel scroll if you've got a mouse wheel scroll on your mouse. Get it lined up, it doesn't have to be too perfect. Press enter on your keyboard. No, it's not. You click, then you press enter, and then your pre-planned pushback is there if you need it. Or you can just, as I said before earlier, you can do your own pushback going forward, reverse, left and right. Gives you a bit more control. Size control. So once we've done that, from there you would start the pushback and then start the engines onto the taxiway, which will be coming up in the next video, which will be about how to request taxi IFR and also requesting permission for takeoff and what to do in the procedures, which will be in the next video. So that is all from me today, and if you want to see any more videos, check out the rest of my videos on my channel and also my previous live streams. And if you have any ideas, any video ideas, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And I shall see you guys in the next video.